Oh, wow. Guess who forgot about that latency situation? Alright, now I remember now.
Is it that bad?
It's probably partly because I'm just joining in, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really is not the best experience not being the host in this game. There you are.
Making out.
So is this a new world?
Yeah, this is a new world.
Since we
It's
both
always a
spawn
new
by
world.
each other?
Yeah, every single night it's a new world because the alternative is probably lag. The only world that we would come back to is specifically the
I forget, is the world randomized every time? Or is it made?
Yeah, it's sort of. It's built out of a bunch of chunks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like I'm sure all the landing platforms and stuff aren't randomized or anything.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, you wanna hop on? I guess you don't need to.
That's gonna just stay there now for no real reason.
This is hot shit. You wanna hop on? We're just gonna go to a launch pad. I didn't put back tires on because of reasons.
Nick, because honestly it's easier to control than half the time when you do anything else.
I make pretty good cars, honestly. If I just slapped one back tire on this thing, it'd actually probably drive pretty well. This is incredibly terrible.
So how often do you make vehicles that actually use the intentional mechanics of the game?
You mean like normal steering? We used a lot, but like, yeah, it's kind of one of those where I did my time with that mechanic, and I'm like, well, this glitch works better. So let's just use the glitch all the time.
I've noticed the piston thing in every vehicle I ever really interact with from you.
I've taught you how to make that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I don't know, I haven't really paid attention, to be honest.
You should probably pay attention, because it's a hell of a lot easier turning your vehicles with these things.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like that's like the thing to do, is to make the existing things and try to make that nightmare work.
I guess.
That's like what the whole game is, more or less.
I don't know, it's up to you. So, normally we kind of do free play stuff. We tried doing tug of war, but that was hot garbage. I was gonna say, Bird had an idea for a challenge the other night, and we're gonna steal it from him.
Yeah?
The challenge is to design a vehicle. I mean, I don't know if we're actually gonna compete here, but the challenge is to design a vehicle that uses... you can only use a single part once, with the exception of bearings. And maybe engines.
You only use any part once except for blocks, I assume.
No. You get one block. So one concrete block, one wood block, one metal block, and then you're gonna have to get creative with that shit down there.
You're gonna have to open up that inventory a lot. Alright.
Uh-huh.
Well, this thing's a head. I don't know what that does, so I'll put one of those on there, I guess. There. That'll be my body. My favorite blocky body. Don't know what it does.
Remember, you only have 2 tires to work with, and a thruster. So you're gonna have to figure that out, too.
So the tote block is a sound-making device?
Yes.
Let's see.
This is hard as shit.
You can't do the piston thing with one of everything, can you?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, wait, it's just a piston and some blocks attached to each other, huh?
Yeah, you just have to make sure that it's framed in by stuff. If you don't do that, it's a problem.
What's the biggest box?
I want to say it's like beet crates or something.
What are we trying to make, actually, by the way? Or just make something?
A car? Do you see that, like, kind of short mountain over to your left, currently, behind the tower? It's not a tall mountain.
With the slope?
Yeah, well, like, it kind of goes up and around and stuff.
Like it has
we want to go to the top of that one. Yeah. So, like, if you can somehow make a flying vehicle that can get up there, like, super kudos to you. But, that's the goal. That's where we're going. Okay.
I have the utmost faith in me. I shouldn't, but I do. Let's see. I'm gonna make myself a goddamn staircase, because this game does not provide.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
There we go. I have a deck.
I
can see over my own building, over my own vehicle now.
This is a pain in the ass.
Wait, so you can only use one bearing?
No. Bearing is the only thing you can use multiple times, because there's no way your vehicle's going to be able to move.
Yeah, your wheels won't do anything.
Yeah,
They would just exist.
There are workarounds, but it would suck, and I'm not gonna make us suck that much.
Let's see. I'm sure we'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
I don't know if you're streaming this, but my chat, make sure I don't cheat and use something twice. I'm probably going to forget some of my pieces.
The important thing is to believe.
Yep. And as an extra criterion, maybe not criterion, but maybe we'll let people vote on who made the thing. Maybe not. No, the last time we did voting, it was stupid, because I just won automatically.
Yeah. The person who has 50 people watching versus the person who has 2 people watching. I wonder who will win.
Oh, shit. This is a singular block. That's cool. Never used that block before.
Let's see here. You just gotta get clever.
Yeah.
Those look level. Alright. Oh god, I just realized that the different sized tires are gonna rotate at different speeds. That's a nightmare. Did I put you a bearing on? Yeah, I did. Alright.
That's the problem.
I gotta rotate
not gonna do that.
This guy. Wait. Remind me how to rotate.
Q
there we go.
And Shift Q. Yep.
I'm like, R isn't working. I'm out of options.
Yeah, that's Factorio. We'll be playing that later, but not right now.
It's just the go-to button for rotate because it shares the letter. Basically, is the logic. Let's see. So you attach your engine to your tires and then your engine to the steering wheel?
Yeah.
It's been a while since last time. Alright. What block have I used so far? That's glass and concrete. So I got... Is it metal or... it's concrete. Okay. Let's exhaust every other type of... What the... You can make columns?
Yeah?
Where did I drag that from? Oh, my double click screwed up. Again.
Okay.
So I was moving my mouse down, and it accidentally dragged in a column that I didn't know existed.
Huh.
Table support.
I guess that works.
Windshields?
Yeah, they added those. They're new.
There's so many strange options in here.
I don't know if they added anything. Yeah. I gotta like how many options there are in this game, though. It's, quirky.
I mean, I gotta have flair, so we're gonna have a skull on the front. It's off-center. Oh no! You can't tell which way this skull's gonna fit. There we go. I mean, I gotta be styling.
I keep pressing E to open up my inventory because Factorio.
Yeah?
I'm doing what you do. It's a problem.
Doing what I do. What are you gonna do about it, Wander? If I put a mattress on the front, that'll make me safe, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll stop your fleshy dwarven body from impacting painfully upon the hard ground. We know if this is actually legitimate concern, honestly.
You know what? I'm pro. You gotta believe in me. I believe in me. I've got such a precedence for knowing exactly what I'm doing that how could I possibly go wrong? I have not given myself much room to do things.
I want a whole lot of torque here. This is gonna suck.
Let's see. Are we allowed to test them? Or do we just keep building and not do anything with the vehicle?
You can totally test as much as you want.
Oh, that's way smaller than I thought it was. Okay, not using that. A grass container? What in the world? Like a garden? Just gonna stick a garden to the end of my building?
Yeah, you can have a garden mobile if you really wanted to.
I can't rotate the right way. Oh, that almost works. What was that?
Ooh. Thank you for the garden suggestion, by the way. My car looks amazing.
You figure things out?
I just put a garden on the front because why not? Oh, it's slightly off kilter. Well, that sucks.
See
Blocks
how,
wide is it?
see how this works out. My sad nightmare.
Not gonna fit no matter what. Whatever. Close enough. I'll just,
It won't move. I did something wrong here. What did I do wrong? Oh, the engines are off. Okay. I did it. I found the only thing to knock me over and I took it. That is thoroughly upside down. Well, shit. Just gonna walk on back over here. I don't think this thing could steer.
This is why the suspension glitch is kind of useful.
Let's see. Can I steer? I can kind of steer if I stop. Oh god, latency. Whoa. I held the throttle for a while and then let go of it, and then after I let go, I started moving and then stopped.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Surprised the latency is so bad tonight. Bird was actually talking about the latency being pretty good.
I don't know, I've never experienced it be good before in this game.
Huh. Weird.
Oh god, the moment you go in the tires in the grass. Oh no. Oh no.
Are you talking the latency or just control here?
This is a case of cannot it wow. This thing likes to spin around really rapidly. Alright.
I'm noticing that.
So something on this vehicle makes it rotate in a circle. So it's probably a drag thing. I had stuff stick out in the front and back to try to stop it from tipping over, but I think it's hitting the ground.
Alright. Let's see if my Franken car works.
That is a problem for me.
So, I don't have your issues. However, this is pretty funny.
What's that? Oh, you're using a stop sign? Oh right, I've seen you guys use stop signs as wheels.
Yeah, they actually work incredibly well. But in this case, it's working too well. And my other things aren't working well enough.
It's working too well.
It's like bumping me up into the sky a bunch.
The biggest problem with my vehicle is that it's just too effective.
Well, no, like the stop sign kept like bumping my rear end into the sky. Yeah. And that's not super great. This is majestic. Oh no.
What is that? I can't use that, it's concrete.
Yes, no! Fuck.
Let's see here. Metal. I can use metal. Brick. Wait. Oh, my friend. Shit.
Okay, replace the large wheel with a flower pot. No, I like what I got. I just need to make this thing not flip over. So let's give it some wings.
Tile.
What do I make of the wings out of?
Ooh. Let's try that. I wonder if they're comparable lengths. Yeah, do not appear to be comparable lengths. Approximate.
I'm putting on training wheels.
Oh shit. I can't put things on that. I got this. Don't worry, Wander. You don't stand a chance.
I didn't realize we were directly competing here, honestly. It's mostly just here's a dumb challenge that Bird cooked up that I liked.
Oh no, don't screw me on this game.
Okay, here we go.
Shit.
Oh, this is
They don't overlap.
I got training wheels. Ha! I'm unstoppable.
Now they overlap?
Turning is hard.
How do they still not overlap?
Turning is not that hard.
Maybe I don't need them to.
This is pretty fantastic. I love this challenge.
Stop
we should do a round 2
sign.
after this.
Do a what?
We should do a round 2 after this. Just for funsies.
Sure.
I mean, I was actually thinking about this challenge, and you'd mentioned, like, Keith doesn't know how to do stuff. I was like, this is probably actually one of the best ways to forcibly teach you how to play, or not play the game, but, like, learn all of the mechanics. Like, your garden's upside down.
Yeah. I think it's attached to the bottom of the stops of the skull sign or something.
It is. I think? Let me double check. I'll just throw my own garden on for a second just to see how it worked.
Let's see here.
Yeah, it is totally attached to the bottom of the skull sign.
That's not
because you can't have that thing like vertically on stuff. That's great.
Let's see if it drives. It's going in a lot. Oh, what?
Wow. You
physics.
There.
What was that physics?
I don't know. I think you bumped off of this bush here.
Oh no. Okay, for a second there I thought I
No?
lost my vehicle, like it wasn't selectable. That was a moment. It was going pretty well at first.
Oh wow, that was an audio thing.
Well, this ship needs
probably...
this vehicle's going to... Oh, hey. This vehicle is going to need wings.
Yeah, I gave mine training wheels.
Because it is tipping right the hell
great.
over.
Oh yeah. Yeah, long vehicles definitely flip.
I like that you've marked your vehicle as the danger zone.
Did I?
You put a big danger sign on it.
Oh yeah, I do have the danger sign. Sorry, I only see that. I see that from the other side, which has several cacti on it for reasons.
For reasons. Here we go. Yeah, having to abandon every piece the moment you place it somewhere is interesting.
It is. I actually really like this challenge. It's basic, and that's kind of the beauty of it. I want to do several rounds of this just because it's so weird. Wow.
It's probably touching too much.
Significant wings.
There we
go. You probably want to drop that one down a little bit. It's about even with the other.
You ain't the boss of me.
Alright, fair enough. You want to race to the top of the mountain?
I want to see if this thing drives more than 10 feet forward before it falls over.
Okay.
The answer is slightly more than 10 feet, technically.
You're kind of front heavy, you're also a little fast.
Nope, not the engine. There we go. Slow it down a bit. Oh, okay. Physics is getting interesting for the moment. Wait a minute.
Might be me driving around.
Is anything here going backwards?
Oh.
No, everything's going forward. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna just turn this engine down.
Realized I have my
stream
running in the corner. That might help a little bit.
There we
shit,
go.
I've also got Skype
I'll just
open.
move as a
Fuck
sad
Skype.
tractor. Oh, I'm stuck in this ditch now. I can't move.
Okay.
I found a slight depression wander and I'm stuck. Look at this.
Oh, what? Where are you? Wait, no, that's the shitmobile.
I'm slightly to the side.
Oh, there you are. You're on the other side.
Yeah, I can't get past this depression. I'm stuck.
I'ma help you, buddy.
I think I'm gonna have to take the vegetable farm off the front.
Actually, the vegetable farm is helping you.
No,
because you have a tendency to flip forward.
Yeah, but I think it's too low because I think I think that's what got me stuck in the ditch just now.
I was actually gonna say move your wheels forward so they're coming off the vegetable farm instead of the boxes. Like you've got this like weird erroneous, like you added a weird flat dong to your thing and it's getting in the way, and you probably don't want to deal with it.
A lot of these objects, when I add them to my bar to actually try to add to something, are way smaller than I think they're going to be.
Yeah, I was expecting some of these pieces to be like monstrously large. So I think the next version of this challenge. You know what?
Had an air conditioning unit.
I know how we're gonna do this. Let's do several rounds. Every round we disallow a new thing entirely.
I can't turn.
You good? What are you using to turn anyway? Suspension glitch or?
No, I'm just driving.
Oh.
Let's try to get back to land.
Yeah, you should. For the next challenge, use a suspension glitch. I know you're like stubborn against it, but it really does make all of this just so much easier.
It's also baffling that it'd be so hard to move like a normal vehicle in a game where the whole game is vehicles without using an exploit.
Oh, so you actually don't have a turning mechanism. You only go forward.
Oh, what am I missing with turning?
Everything
right, because of the axle
turning?
situation. Right.
Yeah, you don't have anything.
There we go. That's the problem.
Axles.
It's been a while since we last played this.
Yeah. I was like, why?
How would
what
I?
What do you mean turning? Your machine is not built for it. Period.
How would I even add turning to this thing? That's what I'm trying to think about now.
Suspension glitch would be the easiest one. If you move your stop sign back a bit, or if you get rid of one of your boxes.
Huh. See, I never added axles.
Or actually, here, do you want help? Because I see some places we can put it.
I'm thinking of adding the stop sign.
You don't want to add it to the bottom.
Why not?
Well, you don't want to add the suspension glitch to your bottom right now because your tires are.
That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
First of all, this whole central situation sucks. So let's get this.
What? Oh, I see. I see what you mean. Central.
That annoying situation where you can't freaking put stuff where you want when you can't move the thing.
I really wish when it was like on the lift, you could press like forward and back to move it along the like center of center of mass.
That'd be ideal.
Oh, so you're gonna just have the stop sign as like a rudder.
Yep.
Huh.
I got this, brah. Don't worry about it.
Bold move, Cotton.
Let's
see how it turns out.
I'll either fail or I'll fail spectacularly.
I mean, that's kind of the entire point of this game.
Yeah.
Did you... Yep, you do have a bearing there.
Let's see here.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. I'm not gonna correct this. Hop on the seat and try driving, because it'll be funny as hell.
To get rid of this nightmare, too.
Okay.
Oop.
Chat, pay attention to what he's done. I think we'll get a hoot as soon as he hits start.
I don't know, it's been a while. I don't remember how to play very well.
Here, I'll get rid of you. Yep, there you go.
Alright. That's a good start. That's fantastic. Nailed it.
Do you want me to fix it for you?
No, I'm about to TKO your vehicle.
Are you? Your thing seems like a dead man walking.
Getting murked. Ow. No.
The only man that murks me is me.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah.
Alright. So numerous problems kind of happened here.
I'm just gonna add dumb shit to mine while we wait.
Let's see.
The no physics boot.
Oh, I see.
And your very erroneous light.
You just add, because you add the steering wheel directly to rotational bearings that aren't powered.
Yes.
I think that's the problem there. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. You got turning. Might be a little bit on the awkward side, but it works.
I also don't know very well whether left or right goes left or right in the concept of a rudder. or even how I added it in the first place. So that's an interesting part of figuring it out, is what left and right are going to do.
Usually when it comes to steering, oh shoot, what is it?
If I'm moving forward and hit left, I mean right, I go right. Okay. If I'm moving forward and I hit left, I go left. Well, I've crashed into a wall mostly, but I go left in principle. Alright. Yeah, okay. Left and right are working as intended. As long as I can keep myself right side up. There we go. Actually, this is kind of controlling well.
I got a horrifying screaming boot face.
Here's
on
the
horrifying
thing, Wander. This might be the best controlling a land vehicle I've made so far.
You're not wrong. That's incredibly bleak.
I've played twice.
3 times.
I have 2 videos up so far.
Well, you were...
I think there might have been one sad stream where I was just kind of in the game for a couple minutes before you guys went on to play something else.
No. You were here for the first time where you just kind of didn't do much. You made like weird giant things. Then it was the sumo one. And then it was the and then it was my 100th episode ever. All right, you want to try racing to the top? Seems reasonable.
Weird giant things. What are you talking about?
I'm
talking about the thing that looked like a water, the one that looked like a water strider.
No, no, no. You made like a really just weird giant platform beast that I have no idea what it was for.
That was the same day as the tug of war.
Really?
Yeah, Bird just left, and then we kept going for another hour.
Oh yeah.
I've only played with you twice so far.
Okay. I swear there was 3 times.
So I know exactly what I'm doing. Alright.
Alright.
Are we gonna try to make this work?
Do you want to bother racing to the top, or do you want to just try this challenge?
Might as well start at the same time.
Okay.
Just because.
I'll let you catch up with me. White line is the starting line. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Blah. Oh no. Physics. Physics, what are you doing to me?
That bush is not a collidable object. That's good.
Physics.
Oh.
Physics.
Oh crap.
Alright.
Oh no.
I'm very stop and go at the moment.
Fuck. And I'm upside down. I'm trying to use the cliff face. Cliffy B, help me out here.
For a while.
There we go. I
Hey,
don't know
this
how
is
that
working.
happens.
Going backwards is working for me. Alright, it's done working now.
Oh no 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 no! Oh no no no! Oh got it.
Full speed ahead, Captain.
Going up these hills sucks.
Shit.
Especially with a car that has an inherent tilt to it.
Yeah, 2 different size wheels.
No, it's so obnoxious.
Oh no. This is the worst idea.
My dumb wings keep getting caught on shit too.
Oh man.
Okay. I don't
Come on.
honestly know which direction goes up on this hill. I actually think this hill design is new. I've never seen this before. Well, that's cool.
Keep moving. Nope, stay off the walls.
And
no?
my vehicle's inherent speed here is not working for me. As I'm careening into everything that could possibly
desperately
jet
trying
out.
to stay off the walls.
It's a definite problem.
Physics.
Oh yeah, this is 100% new. Oh, Keith, I'm sorry.
We turn right, right?
Yeah, I turned right. You might be able to go around the left.
Did you stick to the path?
I stuck to the path. However, you have to go off-road for a little while to keep going up. Like, it gives you kind of a bumpy dirt path. Ooh, I like this challenge, though. This will make it more interesting for the next one. So it turns out, going
forward.
left. Oh. Both ways are actually correct. Turning right was actually the wrong way. However, I think we're going to mandate turning right because it makes things more interesting.
No.
Having fun over there? Coming back. I want to see what's going on. Did you fall off?
I'm like a cat that tried to go over those little bottom beams of a rotating chair and is now stuck on their belly. Oh. Now I'm just sad. Yeah, it's...
You know, I actually have to say, this is probably one of my favorite vehicles.
I might move a little bit.
I mean, you can get off. I'm not gonna rules lawyer you into failure.
Wag my tail, maybe I'll get off.
Okay, hold on. I'll help you. No, you're only falling further.
That's fine, at least I'm moving. I'm perfectly stuck on the axle.
Let me hit you in the air conditioning machine. Maybe that'll help you.
What is going on?
Well, we're making progress.
There
Alright,
we go.
You're free. Okay, turn around, go the other way. It's much more forgiving.
Alright. Oh shit. Physics. No, physics, physics, why? None of this is how physics. And then I flipped over. Alright, well. Gotta post at that, gotta use the stand at that point, because that was a full flip.
Oh shit, you've made negative progress.
Yes, I went down the hill.
Oops.
My steering is
do this with the
pretty
10 block
bad.
challenge.
The steering worked significantly better until I was going uphill. Then
you
suddenly
really should consider you should consider the suspension glitch for future.
Oh shit! No, stop moving forward.
Because, like, this thing, as shitty as it is, can turn on a dime automatically. It's so nice.
Ah. This is a nightmare. None of this physics makes any sense. Why is it going so far in that direction?
You know, you might actually have more luck if you got rid of if you moved your big wheel to the rudder. Maybe.
Possibly.
Because part of the problem is you have to overcompensate for your big wheel weighting you down here.
Ah. Yet.
Because not only do you have this, like, awkward rudder thing, but you also have one big tire that keeps spinning you the wrong direction.
Let's see.
Which is an issue in and of itself.
Come on. I got this, bro. It's mostly rough that every time I slightly rotate, I really rotate, no matter what direction it is. Even if I feather it a little bit, it just decides, no, we're going this way forever.
Well, you could always just go to the, like, go straight, and then straight, if that makes sense.
Shit. I'm going down the path.
Straight turn,
it's
straight
happening.
turn, straight
oh,
turn.
Shit.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just gonna back up now. Just gonna back up now. It honestly controls better this way out half the time anyway.
Well, yeah, that's because
the rudder's
you're
in the
not
front.
actually... Yeah. You're using the torque from the rudder to turn while it's in the sky for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't... Physics. Physics. Woo!
Okay.
Is
I know how we're getting back down.
Interpretation of non-physics.
If you want to, on the way back down, we can stitch our two cars together. That'd be funny.
Oh, Jesus. Can you attach two pre-existing vehicles together and have them still function?
Yeah, they added the welding tool, so that's totally a feature now.
Does it still have that thing where once you remove one, it stops working?
Nope.
Oh, wait, that was just for your weird RC car thing, which was a glitch, kind of, in itself.
Yeah. Yep.
Keep moving. If I hug this wall, it'll kind of help guide me.
How does this do on your channel, anyway? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. I just upload the streams themselves. Come on. No. Okay. No. Don't go back down.
You're almost there.
Don't go back down. There.
I believe in you, Koof. You can do it.
We have to continue. I'm almost there. It's almost... Yeah!
Alright, congrats. You've made it.
Keep going straight. No! Really should just drive this thing backwards at all times.
Okay, so do you want to stitch the cars together? Do you want to drive them off a cliff? What do you want to do? Because we got several approaches here that we could work with. Actually, I know what I could do.
What's that?
Oops. You wanna...
You put a horn on yours?
Yeah, horn is a bit of a strong word. Can you come over near where mine is? I gotta figure out how to attach them.
Sweet wheelie, bro.
So you are... Yeah. I do it right here.
What are you trying to do? You have a boot?
Yeah.
I didn't know this game had boots in the first place.
Don't judge the boot.
I'll judge the shit out of your boot.
Now we've been stitched together. Admittedly, you're gonna have to be backwards for this, or I'll have to be.
That's probably for the best.
Alright. Oh boy.
I just realized we lined up our big and small tires. That's not gonna help us at all.
No. Hold on. I just realized I gotta flip your wheels.
You attached me to the boot.
Let me switch your steering, come to think of it. Okay, there we go. You should be able to steer now properly.
This is not working.
Okay. No, that's totally working.
You're just pushing my vehicle.
No. If you press forward, your tires are going to work with me.
They're mostly not touching the ground, I think.
What? No, they're totally touching the ground. Oh, it's because your dumb rudder's lower than everything else.
For a reason.
Well, I guess we can take... Sorry, didn't realize. I lined up our tires on the same level. But yeah, I guess I am just going to push you down the hill. Alright, whatever.
Physics!
I mean, we both...
What happens when a garden meets an air conditioner?
Okay,
a dangerous garden.
Part of this...
Is that a Plants vs. Zombies garden?
Maybe a little. I'm so angry that Plants vs. Zombies 2 was bad. But it wasn't bad, but it was like...
I didn't really like the first one to begin with, so...
I actually really enjoyed the first one.
It was pretty much par for me. I do like that we both have like opposing stop signs. Like so many elements of our vehicles are just mirror images of each other.
It is actually kind of impressive. Are you holding forwards or backwards, by the way?
I'm holding forward.
Okay. I just couldn't tell which direction your tires were rolling. Because we were hitting some pretty heavy friction there. I think our combined vehicle, admittedly, yeah, you can't steer. And your wheels are only touching the ground occasionally.
I can steer. Watch me.
But I think this actually functions as a better vehicle than... I think this is functioning as a better vehicle than either of our singular vehicles.
It's probably because of the length of it.
Yeah?
It also has double the tires, and is almost unflippable.
This is true, too. Okay. Well, so, extension on this challenge, what do you want to do? We could, every time we do this, we take away a part each. So we disallow a part, except for bearings, because we need those.
No, start with bearings. To make it entirely out of one thruster and several buttons.
Alright. That's what we're doing.
No, it doesn't even slightly make sense.
No. You have a thruster, and you have one bearing to use wherever. So you could make your rudder thing, I could do a suspension glitch.
Oh no.
Yeah. Or you could use a suspension glitch, it'll probably be easier.
These are the worst ideas ever.
I know. And the rest of the challenge is is totally there. So like you still are constrained to, you can only ever use everything once. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I love it.
This is not going to work. Where's my...
I am already excited.
Start with the mattress. I'm gonna have a mattress ship this time. Plan is not the accurate statement for what's happening here. You use an engine for a thruster, don't you?
No, you don't.
How do you power thrusters again?
They're just automatically powered.
Oh right, you gotta attach a button to them to use them.
Or you could actually attach them to your seat, and your seat will automatically just provide activation. Like, you don't need a button. The button's just because you want it.
Did they add that?
No, that's always been in the game.
Weird.
Yep.
I totally thought you needed a seat for that. Come on. So if I were to attach you... Oh yeah, it just thrusters. Weird. Alright. Race you there. I'm on my way. Oh, whoa. No! Oh, no!
See you later. That's what you get for snarking at me, boy.
Christ. I can do this. I just need to always power it in the right part of the cycle. I can get there. I can control this. Maybe not. It's really hard with lag.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Well.
Alright, there we go.
Goodbye to that idea. No, it's cool. It's just my sweet hot mattress.
It was pretty funny. I'll give you that. I actually, oh shoot. In my hide and go house video that I did, I actually did that to Stainless and another guy as a joke. They, like, found my house.
How'd that work out?
I turned on their thrusters and away they went.
And they never came back, and now you're with me.
Yeah, they didn't, actually, because I was in the pilot seat. And the moment I hit start, they could no longer control the thing. They could only get out. I ruined their vehicle, which I felt kind of bad about. but it was also hilarious.
You say I felt kind of bad a lot, though. So it never stops you.
It's true. When I say I feel kind of bad, I mean, I felt guilty, but not so guilty as
oh Jesus,
never
it's a huge
again.
pipe. I forgot how big the big pipe is.
Oh, I see. You're in the other one.
The important thing is to remember is that I don't have a plan. That'll bring all of my decisions to light. That's not the direction I want you to go in. There we go.
There we go.
Trying to get the lift off center is just an ongoing chore every time.
Yeah. I often just build my things without a lift at all. It's mostly laziness.
What am I even trying to do right now? I think I had an idea, but I don't think I currently have an idea.
Idly hodly, neighborino. I bring you my vehicle.
No. I didn't ask for it. I don't need your things.
Oh, right. I need a button on this. I added a horn. It goes dog. Okay, there we go.
There is no reason for this should work. Alright. What is that? Staircase banister.
Oh, so you're adding kind of like a framework beneath. How are you going to steer this thing, though? Have you figured that out yet?
I have a vague concept. I don't have any slight clue if it'll work, but it's there.
Do you want me to just teach you how to suspension glitch?
See. No. I got this. You just got to learn to believe. Damn it, I don't want you to go there. So go over there. Damn it.
Okay.
Trying to place things exactly where you want is rough, because it tries to center it based on your icon, and you can't, like, offset it at all.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
It doesn't really like that.
Let's see. Like, if you want to attach something to a point, but you want to attach a different part of your object to that point, as opposed to just the center mass of the object. It's like, nope, that's not... Can't do that. Get out of here. What you trying to do?
A little bit more thrust on this thing. Which is a problem, because I'm running out of, well, I hit the max.
Running out of components?
Well, no, I'm not running out of components. I ran out of, I only have one thruster, and I've got it on maximum speed right now.
Oh.
Yeah. That's okay,
You'll be fine. I'm here as your moral support.
This thing actually worked out incredibly well. If anything, I'm your moral support.
You are a good person, and people say nice things about you.
I'm trying to remember what that's from. I know that.
I hope so.
I know that. I got that reference, but I don't remember which thing. Fuck.
My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate babies.
Right. It's been a long time since I've seen any Red versus Blue.
Let's see if this moves. Ah! I didn't know that would happen.
Wait, I'm gonna put you up for a second. First and foremost, you need steering, Dongus. There you go. Try steering now.
What did you do? Oh right, I didn't touch the steering. So that's funny. So when I first turned it on, it just did maximum rotation immediately with no control.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Oh, yeah, you just flew wildly out of control.
I was wondering what was going on there.
So first and foremost, I think you need to make that thing wider, because that is not.
No, I got this.
I'm sure.
Just gotta rock it back and forth till it falls over.
This game has
like that part of The Martian that got cut out of the movie.
I sort of lapped. It just didn't lap as much as...
Alright, well...
Yeah. You really should probably
now.
extend that. It is very front-heavy, and also thin. That was a pretty nice corkscrew spin you had going on there for a bit.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It is a plane. And it's carrying an idiot. Oh no, I lost it. How did I lose it?
Here.
What?
Hop on my garden, and I'll bring you there.
What the fuck?
Hop on my garden.
Midway through walking here, my lift just ceased to have my vehicle on it anymore.
Oh,
so when I placed it, I just lost it.
Oh, whoops. I guess if I hit any kind of bump, it just chucks you. Alright, plan B. Chaos.
It'd be nice if you could assign it as your personal vehicle so you don't have to physically retrieve it constantly.
Yeah, if you could just summon the last vehicle you were in,
yeah,
just by pressing a button.
That'd actually solve a lot of the problems
nice.
that happen. That, like, permanent lag monsters that get spawned into the world.
Yeah. What was it yesterday? Not yesterday. The other day, Bird made this, like, horrible monstrosity, and so I just slapped a thruster to it, turned it on, and let it go away forever, so I'd never have to think about it again. Then I hopped on the server to take a screenshot, and it hit me in the face with the first, like, 20 seconds of me being there, which scared the shit out of me, because there's not supposed to be things moving in this game. And I was really confused.
Alright, maybe I can extend this a bit with signs or something dumb.
Okay. Don't you have any other, like, long pieces that you can work with here?
Shush.
Totally do.
Shush.
You got some pipes that you haven't used yet.
Shush.
Other ones.
These things don't attach the way I want them to. That's annoying. Let's put you on a stand. I'm having collisions with the floor. I can't attach the side of that thing. Okay, what am I missing here? Oops. I keep clicking on stuff. I keep, like, just clicking on an option in the menu and then leaving it, and then realizing I didn't in any way drag it to a bar, so I don't have it.
Whoops.
I'm like, god damn it. Dude, which ones do I have already? Got, like, a short beam. I've actually got a fair number of different things on this thing already.
You want me to just dump shit on the ground that you haven't used yet, and you can figure out how the welding tool works?
Here we go.
Dude, I don't think you should do that. I think you should probably put that closer to the center.
I'm sorry, whose vehicle is this nightmare?
You're right, it's just... This game doesn't have the same gravity physics that you think it does. Your thing's just gonna flip on its front at the very least.
Can't attach the side of that. Damn it. Let's see. Ooh. Short one will help. This is absurd. Alright. Alright. What could go wrong?
You definitely want to put something on the front.
What could go wrong?
Like,
please rotate the correct direction. There we go.
I meant the front on the bottom, not the front on the top.
Why?
Like, that thing's gonna nosedive as soon as you start. Because your thruster is providing, yeah. Because that'll counter it. Because otherwise your thruster is just gonna make a nosedive really fast. Can you steer?
Question mark?
Yeah, the other problem is you are automatically top-heavy by merit of your dwarf. Surprisingly...
Cool, I got this. But yeah, nothing about this controls quite the way you'd expect it to. Is turning left impossible? I think turning left is actually impossible.
Well, so the problem is you're
turning right is easy, turning left is impossible. Boop.
Yeah, the problem is your thruster just makes you strafe weirdly, so the reason why you turn is because you've got weird drag. And so the reason why you're turning one way easier is because one's providing more drag than the other side. Because your banister thing probably has less drag because it's got less contacts with the ground.
It's a weird nightmare. So as you may have noticed, when we talked about thrusters, I immediately was like, whoa, no wheels on this.
Well,
no.
Remember, you can't use a bearing, so what are you going to use that wheel for? It's just dead weight. Those things don't spin automatically.
Oh, we can't use bearings?
Oh, you can use one bearing.
Oh. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if that's the case, I forgot. Because obviously this is on a bearing, because it's rotating.
You should probably consider going back and adding, like, some kind of rudder to that thing.
I should probably go back and consider a better challenge for myself.
Yeah, you only gimped yourself because suspension... really, you just need to learn how to do the suspension glitch, man.
I don't like the concept of it, though.
Why?
Because it seems to give every car, like, psychic power controls of just like, I'm moving with my mind, none of the physics of this thing matters.
So you're saying you never wanted psychic powers as a kid, and you never fantasized about being a wizard?
No, I'm just saying that once you add the suspension
secretly?
glitch, it seems that every vehicle I see that has it doesn't move with any kind of logic. So it seems like you could just add it to anything and it will magically work, which makes it so that none of the both buildings seem to mean anything, as far as I can tell.
At the same time, right now, your thing is destined for repeated failure up until you give up and make something new.
Well, yeah, it was destined for failure the moment we decided to make a thruster-only vehicle with one thruster. And then try to make it controllable.
Hop on mine, drive it around.
I mean, well, that comes down to the fact that you've played this for like 200 hours, and I've played it for 4.
Man, if you use a suspension glitch, you could totally just achieve this. Drive around on it for a second. It's a little spinny.
Yeah, there's nothing steering this. There's nothing that makes the steer.
Yep. It's
I'm
just
stuck
glitch
forever.
physics. I mean, you can totally turn around to that.
There we go.
Like, I agree with your logic, but at the same time, it gives access to so many more functional
makes it
things.
not...
Let it...
What an interesting place to get stuck. It got stuck on the lip.
This game has dumb gravity. It really does.
This thing rotates like crazy.
If it had perfect physics, your logic would make a lot more sense to me. But this game's like weird and broken to begin with, so...
I don't know, it just bothers me that this thing doesn't have a mechanic on it that makes it steer. And yet I can steer it.
But it's a fucking video game, man. There's no way that thruster would actually be doing what it's doing. You need a fuel reserve at that point.
I just feel like, what are we building then, though, if everything magically works because of, like, the pixie dust you put on it, basically?
You can turn. Honestly, with a suspension glitch, your thing would still be a piece of garbage.
Over.
Here, I'm gonna go slap a suspension glitch on the bottom of yours.
This thing's functionally a symmetrical rectangle with the suspension glitch on it and a thruster. Like, there's nothing about it that makes it controllable besides the magical game-breaking thing. Although I am upside down, so I don't know if I'm gonna get past this one now.
That's part of the problem. Because, like, your alternative that you're, like, gonna have to experience or deal with is...
I'm cartwheeling forever now, trying to flip over. I got this, damn it. It's gonna flip back over. No, my dwarf's just horrifyingly obese, and he is not going to let me get back on top.
Yeah, you're pretty much going there.
Go. Oh, there we go. The thing I had to do was just stop using the thruster entirely and have the suspension glitch fix all my problems.
Oh, that's a problem.
So if you're watching my stream and you don't know anything about scrap mechanic, the suspension glitch is a thing involving the piston that just makes stuff kind of move around on its own, more or less.
Suspension, not piston. There are no pistons in this game, sadly.
Oh. Like, so as you can see, this thing has no wheels and no thruster being used right now, but it moves! With perfect left and right rotation.
Let me explain to you why you're partly wrong.
Dirty hacker.
This thing is janky as shit, and I still can't drive your vehicle.
And no part of my argument even slightly hinges on the quality of my vehicle.
But you said every vehicle suddenly magically works.
The weird nightmarish cesspool. Well, the problem is that with the suspension glitch, you can make nothing work. Like, you just make a rectangle, and it's a functional vehicle, and you're done.
This is just a long rectangle with dumb shit attached to it. Like, look, I have more control flying this thing through the sky than I do trying to get it along the ground.
Yeah.
And that's only because
it is a thruster-based
it doesn't have
vehicle.
to worry about contact. Yeah.
Like, this is me using the mechanics of the game to try to cobble together a solution where something that has to drag on the ground could try to move and steer with one thruster. So I have like a rotational point, and I have a point of thrusting, and
I mean,
as someone who's literally never designed something like that before, this is what I made on my first try.
Okay, do we want to try that again? Where we'll follow your challenge to the letter, but only that. Like unlimited use of any part, but no suspension glitch. One thruster, one bearing.
Sure, we can try that. I'm not super into trying to make one again, but I'm interested in seeing what you'll make. So let's do it.
Well, okay. No, so what I was thinking... I want more bearings, though, because I want to program something in there so I can do kind of like a weird turning mechanism. Just one? All right.
You're getting into the thing that I made, so go make something better with the same rules. Don't change the rules immediately, then that's not the same thing.
Well, no. Because, like, what I would be doing would be, like, adding a stabilization mechanism that I can take on and off.
Oops.
As opposed to whatever. Okay, that's fine.
Because, yeah, the issue I have with the suspension glitch is I just feel like once you start using it, it kind of feels like nothing matters when you're building. Because everything will just work by default, so you don't have to... And so the whole part of, like, where you're having to be scrappy with your mechanics and everything to make something buildable, like, it's kind of thrown out the window. You can still make fun nonsense all the time, which is fine, but, like, you can't... Like, you don't have to build... There's nothing... You're not really, like, having to build vehicles anymore, right?
I'd say you still have to build vehicles. Like, there's still a lot of challenges. And honestly, I'd say it opens the game up a lot. Yeah, the challenge is no longer as mechanical as
Admittedly,
it used
it's worrying to me that it seems to be very difficult to make a vehicle even slightly work without the suspension glitch sometimes.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm a little bit more forgiving here.
It's a little worrying me, mainly because, like, the game's been out for a while. So watching when people put out vehicles that don't have suspension glitches and seeing them not do so hot is always a little worrying, based on, like, the time. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Can I do 2 thrusters, actually, just for balance? Yeah, 2 thrusters is not bad. They're gonna be hooked up in the same way.
No, you gotta do it. You can't do that. You can't...
I mean, no.
You can't rip into my vehicle, and then when I tell you to follow those rules, you then keep trying to find another route.
The only reason why I'm doing this is because there's no odd block thruster. Like, I can't balance this to turn properly. I could, but the only difference is I'm going to list slightly to one direction. Or, you know what? No. I'm going to cheat your challenge.
I know. I knew you would. And I know this entire conversation is you've been finding loopholes out of it.
No. I'm trying to open it up so it actually makes sense in some ways. Okay. Nah. You're not reading my handbook here. That's your face.
I've known you long enough. I know what's happening. I'm used to it, Wanderbot, you dirty save scummer. You dirty power leveler. You rule changer.
Okay, let's do this. Have that be the default.
For some reason, I just started making a big platform, and I don't know why I started doing that. I just kind of started having a big flat platform of flat objects. Why am I doing this?
Okay.
Is that the same object or a different one? Oh, that's the same object.
I already have one.
Oopsie. Oh, that's a big one.
There we go. Nope. Apparently not. Oh, I see.
Let's see.
Here, Keith, look
What's
at
up?
this. Look at this and tell me that this is really breaking your challenge.
What would be breaking it?
The rotated 45-degree up thruster, just so it's centered on a odd block vehicle.
No, I don't. That's fine.
There we go. Close enough. It's using another bearing, but...
So you know earlier you weren't saying use a second bearing, you were saying use a second thruster earlier.
Well, no, so either I was going to do a second thruster or a second bearing, so I could get the thrust coming, like the center of thrust, coming off the center of my vehicle. If that makes sense.
We can pretend it all makes sense.
Well...
We are the gods of this world.
When you put thrusters, like, on a vehicle, you have a center of thrust. Like, the force that is being input to your vehicle is coming from, like, some level of axis on your machine. And, if it's off-center, you're either going to tilt or something weird's going to happen. So what I wanted to do was offset that by centering the thruster somehow. And since there's no odd-shaped thruster, 3 blocks or 1 block, I'm stuck with either... I'm pretty much stuck with nothing.
Yeah.
So instead, I cheated a bit, used an extra bearing to rotate it up 45 degrees, so I have a center-based thruster, which actually looks really nice. Okay.
Let's see. To say that I have a plan would be putting it strongly. Get this going. Oh no, I can't rotate it differently. No. Put a slight wall here. Oops. My mouse is breaking. I need to replace it. It's infuriating me. I think I told you already, but I've got that issue where your mouse will just start double-clicking for no reason. Well, not for no reason. It's double-clicking because it's breaking. And it needs to be replaced. Because it starts getting sensitive phantom clicks. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Ice are very cheap.
Yes, they are. I have no idea what's gonna do when I try to use this.
So did you hear any of Bird's glowing praise of the Amazon shipping service that he has?
His glowing praise of the company he works at?
Well, no, it's like a specific shipping service that Amazon has specifically in Seattle right now, where if they've got it in warehouse, they will get it to you in 2 hours.
Uh-oh. Too much surface area. It's not gonna move. Alright. Get that up there. We just gotta add tracks. I could just get any moment now, my idiot savant mode's gonna click right in, and I'm gonna do something just unforeseen by any and all people. And it'll be talked about on the subreddit for years as the guy who revolutionized scrap mechanic.
Challenge complete.
Does it move now? No, it doesn't. Let's see here. Some of it just comes down to the fun of figuring out how mass works on a vehicle versus a thruster. Let's see. Got.
So do I win a prize?
Wonder how heavy these objects are.
Very heavy. Occasionally.
I don't think this is gonna go anywhere.
Even mine is too heavy now.
Oh no, it tips right
over.
Well,
there you go.
Alright, that was a bad idea. That didn't work out.
This is actually really cool. I need more thrusters, though.
Give it a go a little smaller than this.
This ain't cheating.
That's always a good sign when you start a sentence that way.
No. The thrusters are pointed backwards so I can back up.
The thing I'm adding is legit. I can say that because I'm the one making the rule.
It's totally legit. Shut your face, Bits. I've already beaten the challenge.
Oh shit, that's not where I want that to go.
Okay. There we go. Oh god, I forgot, I need a button on that.
Okay,
here we go.
That fucking ramp ruins me.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm failing to dismount the launching platform, mostly.
I've noticed. It's kind of majestic.
Oh, I almost flipped.
So,
I almost flipped.
Where did you go? Oh,
no.
You're over there.
Yes.
Alright,
Okay.
I'm coming over.
Take it softer than that, perhaps.
Watch out for this tree. Cornfield's kind of a pain in the
Going
ass.
right up this goddamn hill is what's gonna happen. Oh, no. Oh, fucking physics.
Are we racing
No.
now? Is that what we're doing?
Okay. This physics is nonsense.
It is a little wonky.
So
I'll give it that.
What'll happen is I'll be tipping over, like, really, really slightly, and I'll let off the power to try to settle back down, and then I'll abruptly flip over in a split second completely. I'm like, what? Those moments make it pretty rough to keep going sometimes. Come on, flip back over. I believe in you. Believe in you. Oh, yes, no, yes. Aha. Okay.
So, do I get a prize for winning?
Ish. There's literally never been a prize in anything we've ever done.
I know. I'm just feeling slightly vindicated here that I solved the challenge really easily with a very simple solution.
So then why do you use a suspension glitch? Just play the real game.
The suspension glitch is way more fun. Like, this vehicle is awkward and not
it's
fun
like a
to drive in
catch-all.
comparison.
It's like
Is
instead of playing an RPG with a bunch of classes and tactics in it, you press the button that makes you invincible. And you skip all of the mechanics,
Not like
and
that
then
at all.
you don't have to play it anymore.
I made a fucking train, and the only way that train was going to turn...
That's not getting out of there.
Since you can't do tank turning in this game with, one side and then the other side, well, you could, but it would require buttons.
Oh shit, it's still powered. Whoops. Oh, right, because if you get off the vehicle while the thruster's still on it, it stays full thrust. Forgot about that. Let's move a bit.
The sad part is, this thing actually made it up the hill faster than our weird hodgepodge machines.
Oh yeah,
Did you?
than things that actually drive on the ground.
Yeah. Well, the funny part is, this thing actually drives omnidirectionally.
No.
Actually, it drives... Holy shit, this thing drives better when it's upside down. No, seriously, look at this. It's like, it's using my dwarf's face as a rudder.
Gross. A meat rudder.
Yeah, I've eaten all of the earthworms.
So I'm having the same experience I had with the ground vehicle I made last time, where it mostly can control until I get to the hill, and then everything goes out the window the moment we're on an incline, and I can't even tell how physics works at that point. Come on.
Turning is backwards on this thing.
Oh, no. Definitely the rough thing about a thruster is not being able to turn around.
Well, that's...
I
guess it wouldn't fit on yours, but I have two thrusters.
Yeah, but that was
no,
not
man.
the thing.
No, shut your face. Being able to back up instead of getting off your thing like you're doing, Captain Cheatham Pants.
Well, I'm starting over. That's not cheating.
I'm
just well aware of the fact that I'm not going to get back up the hill again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And I'm well aware of the same thing, but I put a mechanism on my vehicle, as outlined in the game mechanics, that lets me back up.
Oops. Probably should just turn the thruster down at this point. Except when you turn it down, it doesn't move anymore. Alright, maybe not that much. There we go.
Okay, now I can turn my thing around while upside down. Never mind.
Nope.
Fuck.
It always goes right. Why is it always going right? Am I off center? I guess I'd have to be off-center because
No,
this vehicle
whatever.
can't really be centered. Oops. I should take that out. Just put it on the track if I'm going to try to work on it. Let's see. How do I fix my nightmare? Whoa, mouse, where are you going? Alright.
You know what?
That was a
Did
weird
you ever
moment.
watch Speed Racer when you were a kid, or no? No, you never watched cartoons. What am I saying here?
I saw it as a kid, but I don't really remember it, besides the fact that it was really clear that the voice actors had to deal with a preset amount of lip flaps, so they would just say nonsense really rapidly, and then end it with ah.
This is true. I remember. I think the only episode I remember was an episode where, for whatever reason, this woman was sick and or injured, and there was this like kind of asshole guy that was always like.
Also, wait, hang on a second. Why do you think I never watched cartoons?
I asked you what cartoons you watched as a kid, and you said you'd never watched them and you didn't like any of them.
What? No, that is not at all true.
I asked you what was your favorite cartoon as a kid, and you gave me like a really flippant answer. I'm like, all right, Keith does not watch cartoons.
No. What?
Well,
no. This conversation.
This was when
whoa!
we were
What the
Scrap
fuck? Where are all
Mechanic.
these blocks? I got screwed a little bit by something just now. That was weird. I think you're talking about the conversation where we talked about like whether or not any '80s animation was good, and you're extrapolating this to be a completely different conversation.
No.
I watched the shit out of cartoon channels as a kid.
You added 80s. I asked you if you watched cartoons.
No, we had a conversation about how, like, I think it was about how Michael Bay supposedly ruins all these properties, and I was talking about how actually all these cartoons were shitty to begin with for the most part.
We were playing Scrap Mechanic. This is the first time we were playing Scrap Mechanic while we were working on our... You have not made it an inch up this hill.
Well, I had a click mistake where I tried adding little nubs to this thing, and somehow ended up with a giant cement platform to try to unmake. I think it was a mouse thing again, but it was an interesting thing. I was like working on these little studs one by one. Then I went around behind my vehicle and had a massive platform on the other side. I'm like, where'd that come from? Oh shit! I definitely watched a lot of cartoons. I watched. I watched Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon like every day as a kid. So I knew, and so I watched like the Johnny Bravo and Powerpuff Girls and Ed, Edd and Eddy and Wild Thornberries, and I'm stuck in the wall still. I wish I could rotate this. Let's see.
The problem I'm seeing with your vehicle is
you can rotate it when you put it down.
Oh, hey Keith.
There we go.
You want a recommendation? I know how to get yours to work. You're currently not doing it.
What? How could it not work? It's a hashtag.
Okay, no. It's your turning. Your hashtag is fine. It's your turning that sucks.
What's going on with the turning this time?
So what you need is omnidirectional turning.
What does omnidirectional turning mean in this context?
If I add an engine to your thing, you can actually turn your thing 360 degrees and always aim yourself up whatever surface you're trying to go. Because what you're trying to do is you're working with like a really limited rotation set. Which is your issue.
There's different axes of turning in this game?
Well, no. Here, let me just step it down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Might make it top heavy, which is an issue, but whatever. This will be really easy to fix.
Chad, I really don't want to care. I really don't care if you want to call it a hashtag or a sharp or a pound sign or one of the 7 other names it has, including the real name that no one uses that I've already forgotten. That's some weird, long lost word. So what was the thing about 6 Speed Racer?
Oh, there was like a woman that was sick or injured or something like that, and her father was like, "Oh no,
what have you
done? Turn the engine on."
I haven't touched anything.
Okay, you just had a bit of a gyroscopic car for a second, or car hashtag.
What was even happening?
Something. It was just having a bit of a shimmy.
What have you added to this thing? Let's see.
There we go.
Are those controllers? No, that's not the right thing.
I took the controllers off. Okay.
I was trying to identify the weird things on the sides. Because there's still parts in this game I've never used yet.
Okay, so what this does is if you press button 1, you turn counterclockwise. Button 2, clockwise. And that way you can always aim yourself up the surface that you're trying to go. That might be... it's a little much. There you go.
That looked like it was... It looks like a spine destroyer when it's being piloted.
So this way you can always kind of aim yourself up, depending. Unfortunately, you can't rebind the keys. Let me give you a bit of...
To anything besides 1 and 2.
Yeah. Like, it'd be really nice if you could bind them to, like, mouse keys or anything else.
I basically made sort of like an omnidirectional sled.
Yes.
That has a thruster on it.
Yes.
This is basically what I was trying to design, but I was stuck with my only knowledge of car steering, basically. Oh, whoa. Physics, what are you doing right now?
It's colliding really hard. This game has the really bad collision physics.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have future plans that involve going up slopes anymore.
No. That's part of the challenge. You gotta compete with what you're given.
The game does not know how to handle slopes at all, though.
Yeah, no,
that part of it is beyond early access and just is like it's in the planning stages still.
Well, this game was made in Unity. We all know that Unity's like physics engine is not.
That's their fault, though. That's their fault. They made a physics-based game.
I mean, it's also their first game. Like, compared to a lot of people, this game is freaking phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I'm playing Anima right now. I know what bad games are like.
Yeah. I always have the trouble.
That game is the Sonic really, of bad games.
I feel really racist for saying this, but like, it
that's
feels
a
like
bad
a lot of like
continue.
No, like a lot of foreign studios, their first games are always just like, huh. And I'm always it makes me wonder like what kind of game design studios a lot of these people went to.
Bird.
There you are.
Sorry.
Bird, I'm writing the Octothorpe ##. We've got to be politically correct, like LGBTQT or whatever, and say every single title in a row. Otherwise, somebody gets mad about what you call it. Wait, I can't make it up this slope, can I?
No.
Or maybe I can. Physics!
Yeah, you can. Thrusters.
Wow. So I was just this one rotational step away from making this thing work.
Yeah.
There we go.
You were. Remember how I did that, because that's actually a really useful thing. I used that for rotating cannons.
How did you do it?
I
see buttons and engines. Did you assign each button? Because there was 2 bearings, so did you assign one engine to each bearing? And then a button to each...
so...
Okay.
Yep, and
I could probably piece that together.
One of the bearings around.
Yeah, this worked better than any of the vehicles I've had so far.
Yep.
And now that I'm on top, we celebrate.
Getting on right now.
Woohoo! Destabilize! Oh my goodness.
Did you just press 1 and go?
I'm pressing 2 and forward a lot right now. I'm turning into a Beyblade. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh man, we should do
I look like I'm a
again.
breakdancing bot.
It's been 100 episodes since we've done Beyblades. We should do it again. Probably not tonight though.
Look at this.
So
I'm breakdancing.
Now that Bird's here, should we do Factorio?
Yeah, sure.